stressed about work, money, school, or relationship? Well, dancing might be your best bet. And you are at the right place to find out why syncing up your movement to the beat of any music is more than just a fun form of entertainment. Hello everyone and welcome to Our Voices. I am Semenyi Shekoye and I'm joined by my co-hosts Anastasie Tudieshe and Ginny Niwa. Today we are going to be talking about the benefits of dance that will motivate you to get up and move your body. Hello ladies, it's a fun topic today.
It is.
So let me start by asking, when was the last time you danced and how does it make you feel?
So if we're talking about partay, it was more over 6 months ago and it was in Kinshasa. I was still living there and it was so cool. If we're talking daily little dances, I would say maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I danced for no particular reason because I love a dish I have just prepared or a sibling has shared great news.
And then you just put on music and dance with yourself?
I don't necessarily need even music. I can sing, And, being Congolese is being exposed to music and dance from the womb.
I give you to that. I give that to the Congolese.
I did that with my sons too. We used to sing and dance Congolese songs on their way to school. Oh. Ginny, remember? Yeah. Le poisson a combien de parties?
Those are,
allez, citez-les, and then we would dance, and you should see the face of people in the street.
Oh yeah, I mean, Congolese music, it can move me anytime.
Move.
Even when I don't understand what they're saying, I have to dance to that.
Definitely we need to have, we love to have fun, but I think as African, dancing it's the language of everyone. Yeah.
It's like sealed in our genes.
Like even if you can't dance, like they say, you
go out.
But I go out, I dance all the time on social media, in my office.
So this I don't do.
Yes, no, I dance all the time. You know how this love language. Dancing is my fun language. So I love dancing, and I think that's what we need to connect with our inner child.
I agree.
It's so important. I feel, a freedom, a happiness. I even suggest people, if they feel down, dance. That's how important I think it is for the soul to dance. So dancing is my language.
To be honest, I feel the same. I mean, my dancing outing days have really significantly declined since I had a child. But, it's like having, I'm married to someone who loves dance. I met him dancing salsa. So it's really like having a lifetime dance partner. So we just dance all the time, even if it's at home, we just put music on and we dance. And as you said, dancing just makes me feel like truly myself, happy. Yeah. And, I can cancel out any noise in my head and just, be the moment, live the moment. Yeah, that's, you can see, that was our wedding day, showing off our skills a little bit. Yeah, I mean, dancing for me, it was me and my husband. It's something we share, something that brought us together, and something we treasure all the time.
That's how you bond, too.
That's how we bond. But even also personally, I mean, it's just my peaceful moment. And so today we'll be talking about dance and how that has an impact on our life. From swaying in front of the mirror to performing choreographed dance in front of an audience, moving to a rhythm of music offers a range of powerful benefits to the body and to the mind. Whether it's a graceful and slow two-person dance of waltz, or a samba, which is a famous dance originating from the coast of Africa and Brazil, or kizomba, a captivating dance invented by the people of Angola. The joyful form of movement can transport us into a state where we can forget about our troubles, at least for a moment. A growing pool of research shows the combination of exercising, listening to music, and connecting with other people is an antidote to stress, depression, and a way to improve self-esteem. A research by a mental health association in Delaware shows endorphins, feel-good hormones released during dancing-related movements, will trigger our mind, feel better, alleviating the pain of stress. Dancing is also an excellent workout option that helps increase flexibility and reduce stiffness. It also improves our health condition, muscles, mood, and a way to fight age-related cognitive decline. On this week's edition of Our Voices, we will explore the incredible benefits of dance. We will also show you some unique dance techniques from South Africa that have immense historical and cultural value.
Yes, as Congolese, we used to be on the top of everything, but South Africans are really getting there. Yes. Just take, for example, the shabalala, you know, with the shoulder. I've hurt my shoulder, so I can't do it really, but
that's very
you know, you can see it everywhere. So South Africa has a variety of energetic traditional dances, and we cannot wait to bring it into our studio dance floors. However, before that, let's first meet a teacher in Cape Town who is using dance to fight bullying. A South African who was bullied at high school is celebrating his dance students participating in colorful Cape Town Carnival. UNICEF says a recent study found 10 million adolescent students in the Southern African Development Community region experience bullying, and the effects can continue into adulthood. VOA's Vicky Stark tells us how dancing can help.
Wesley Alfonso Bosch founded the Rebel Dance Academy and teaches about 500 kids a week at schools and in community halls. Because of what he went through in his teens, some of Bosch's dance classes are called bully-proof.
He just hit me like hook behind my head and just smacked me for no reason, and he laughed at it. And the people used to laugh with him because it was a joke, you know what I mean?
The bully was a member of a gang, so fittingly, this class is taking place in the community centre in Bonteheuwel, a suburb where some gangs operate.
So we actually do moves like we lift each other up. I am strong, I say no, but in a fun way, and make kids come together and enjoy each other together, and I think that's what school is about.
Some of his dance students participated in the annual Cape Town Carnival. The event, which is styled on the world-famous Rio Carnival, showcases the talents of people from disadvantaged communities, like 15-year-old Ziomara Baltney from Bonteheuwel.
Dance has had a very big impact on my life. As I was growing up, I went through a lot, like inside of the house and like outside, because of we grew up seeing teen pregnancy and young boys dying because of gunshot wounds.
Bosch says he hopes to grow his dance academy so that more children find the courage to speak up about being bullied. Meanwhile, he'll keep providing a safe space for them to find joy.
Dancing is amazing if you know it. Your stress, everything you can take out on dancing, but not harmful, not violence, not arguing, just dance it out if you can dance.
Vicky Stark, VOA News, Cape Town, South Africa.
Thank you, Vicky, for that report from Cape Town. Well, dance can be many things, and to dig deeper into the benefits of the physical benefits and the emotional rewards, we invited Mama Arla Little Victory, co-founder and director of Taratibu Youth Association. This association uses choreography to install message of self-respect, responsibility, nation building, and spirituality. Mama Arla has been dancing since her teenage years, but she has a special connection with South African Gumboot dance, and it has taken her to many countries on the continent. Mama Arla, it's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Definitely. So tell us, how did you get into dance at such a young age, and how does it, how did it make a difference into your life?
Well, I was the only girl and the youngest, and I needed something for me because I was pretty much a tomboy. So I needed something to bring out the soft side. And I saw ballet and I saw modern dance, and I loved it. And I just started dancing. I started dancing at home, as you were saying earlier, in the mirror. I do need music sometimes.
Well, me too.
And as I got older, I just saw the importance of it in terms of how it made me feel, in terms of getting through the stress of college, and dancing through that, and even high school. So dance has always played a part in my life.
Okay, so what led you to establish the Taratibu Youth Association?
Because I felt that dance and the arts needed to be combined with cultural history, okay, African and African American history. Our young people need to understand that connection, and it's a vehicle to teach. Right, and they're just having a good time. So they don't know until they're later.
Talking about teaching, how do you use dance and movement to engage the young people?
Well, all of our work has a message, right? All of our work. The dance could be about. We did a piece called "Black Girl Names," and in terms of how we have, as African Americans, names that are very close to African names, and that's our way of trying to connect. And so, and it's also a way of instilling pride, because sometimes they're referred to as ghetto names, but they're not. You know, they're really tied to African history and heritage. So that's how we teach it, and we step with it, and yeah.
What do you think are the benefits of dancing? What have you seen? Do you have like a nice story? I'm sure you have plenty.
Oh, yes. Well, I think that physically, you have the endorphins, right? So you automatically feel good. You automatically feel good. But then when you also infuse it with the connection of being in a group, right? And feeling the support of the other girls in the group. And then you get the feedback and reinforcement from performing. So they get messages that, yes, A, this feels good. B, I enjoy this, and I'm enjoying being with my sisters. And C, people like it. So it builds self-esteem, it builds self-confidence, and then the messages start to build integrity and self-respect.
That's beautiful, Mama Arla. And we'll continue the conversation. We also have a special guest joining us over the Skype. Diedre Dawkins. Diedre is an award-winning dancer who performed and traveled the world with some of the finest modern dance companies in the US. She's also an adjunct professor in dance at Coppin State University and arts director at Connections. In addition to her personal accomplishments, Diedre also founded a program called Dance is Healing, which she uses to mentor middle school girls through dance. Diedre, it's a great pleasure having you on our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely.
Yes, I was listening to the sister talk about Taratibu and her company, and it just resonated me so much because I too serve the underserved community of West Baltimore, and dance has been a beacon of light and has literally saved lives in my community.
Yeah, that's a beautiful message, and it's true. As Mama Arla said, that a lot of young people are benefiting through this program. But you are also an accomplished dancer. You're very talented, and you have done a lot through dance. And you say that dance has a healing power. Tell us, what do you mean by that?
Well, absolutely. I started, I'm the only girl in a family of 3 children, a younger brother and an older brother. So I was in the middle child, quiet child, didn't really speak. My mom's a visual artist, so she put me in dance class because she knew that I needed a vessel in which to communicate. So movement became that for me. Dance became my voice. So it has always been a very healing experience for me, especially when I began to get choked up and couldn't really communicate what I wanted to say. I could do it through movement. And that was the gift that God had passed on to me. And it's the tool that I use to get through to children that probably, that have that same, I don't want to call it a handicap, but the anxiety that builds up in a person when they're not able to communicate. This becomes that conduit, this vessel that they can use to express their feelings and get things out, to express their emotions, especially when they're having a bad day. I work in a school that is blessed to have arts every single day. So I get to see my students every day, and I tell them, you can choose to leave your worries at the door and come inside and have a break, take a break from those worries. And hopefully you'll leave them out there and not pick them up on the way out the door after you've had this very empowering experience here on the dance floor. I've taught children, because I've been on tour with several different dance companies, and I toured for about 10, 15 years.
Wow.
I've taught students from around the world.
That is very impressive. Congratulations, Diedre, on your accomplishments. It is very impressive, especially at your age. So with your motto, you started a program to mentor young girls in middle school. How do you engage them through dance, and what are the benefits?
The benefits are vast. We talk about health. We talk about, their own personal development. I also work for Alvin Ailey Camp Baltimore, which is one of 10 camps around the country that focuses on the middle school child, developing them through dance and through personal development. So we deal with health issues, we deal with bullying, we deal with African tradition and culture, we deal with just whatever things that are at the forefront of their minds, and whatever we see as caretakers and adults that we feel need to be challenged and tackled are the things that we squeeze into a 6-week program to help to empower our middle school age children. Dance is Healing came out of a need for children to have something to do in the summertime when school was out. A lot of them were like, oh, I'm just going to be outside on the street. I was like, it's too dangerous for you to be outside on the street. That in my day, you could do that. Today, you can't do that because you may catch a bullet. So I opened up my home. At the time, I had a huge house with a beautiful dance studio, and I invited students into my house for the day, the work day, so the parents could go and know that their children were safe and were learning about themselves and learning about the things that they would need in order to move confidently into the next stage of their lives. So it became a rites of passage program.
I love it.
And
Diedre, I just want to go back, to talk about your camp. What, that organization, it's a camp that lasts for 2 weeks, and, made by the famous Alvin Ailey, one of the most respected American dancer and choreographer. What does your camp offer to children?
Ailey Camp Baltimore is actually a 6-week camp. We run from July 1st to August 9th. And inside of this camp, they learn personal development. They learn creative communication, so that can be spoken word. They learn how to sew. They learn different visual arts techniques. We offer modern West African ballet and jazz techniques. They get to dib and dab in hip hop or whatever the latest social dances are in their communities. It's a very well-rounded program that is put together. The national director is Nasha Thomas, who was once an Ailey dancer, and the deputy director is Mr. Torrance Johnson, he was very pivotal in establishing modern dance continuing modern dance in Baltimore City before he moved to Texas.
Yeah, let me quickly ask you, and I know your programs are mostly for young girls and, young people, which is really good. But at the same time, there are some people who say, no, I don't dance. I'm too old for that. But is there an age limit to dance, or is it for everyone?
You know the African proverb, if you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can...
Yes.
All right, so before we go, we also would like you to share with us what it is about dance that you find useful. Which type of dance do you most connect with? Or have you seen your life change due to dance? Share your thoughts on our social media platform. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and our handle is at VOA Africa. Use the hashtag VOA Our Voices. We will be right back. Stay with us. You don't want to miss that.
In times of change, when the world seems uncertain and what we hear doesn't reflect what we see, we seek the truth. When we are told only part of the story, we lose trust. In moments of crisis, our dreams, hopes, and wishes for a better tomorrow depends on a free press. At Voice of America, we bring you the stories that people take risks to see. We connect the world and unite it with truth. At Voice of America, we show you the whole picture.
Health, wellness, sport, beauty, medical breakthroughs. Healthy Living cares about your well-being. What are the main health concerns in Africa and around the world? Find out the latest on coronavirus. Connect with our experts and ask them questions.
How long does the virus stay?
Join me, Linor Moudou, in Washington every week on Healthy Living, right here on VOA.
Welcome back. You are with Our Voices. Now it's time to get into the fun part of the show. Mama Arla Little Victory, the founder and director of Taratibu Youth Association, is still with us to teach us some dance moves and to help us de-stress.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
So you are going to show us some dance. What is it going to be?
Today we're going to do some South African gumboot.
Gumboot?
Yes,
I don't think I've ever tried that.
No.
Have you?
No.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun.
I'm sure it's going to be, but tell us a little bit, like, what is it like?
Okay, Gumboot is a percussive style of dance, right? You're stepping on the earth, you're connecting with the earth, and then you're hitting your boots, so you're connecting with the sounds and the rhythms and the vibration, right? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it was created in the mines and on the camps in South Africa where the indigenous men were forced to work the mines, right, for weeks at a time, not allowed to go home. So they were given the boots to protect their legs and protect their skin from developing cancer and ulcers, because they were working in the water so consistently without breaks, right? So they were given the boots, and then they were chained together, and they weren't allowed to talk. So they started to use the boots to communicate while in the mines. They would hit the boots, and then you'd hear far away another response to that. So just letting each other know that they're okay. And while in the camps, they started to create rhythms, they started to sing songs and step and compete with each other with the gumboot. So every time we do gumboot, we have a challenge, right? We use a challenge where the girls or the ladies challenge each other to a rhythm to see how clean it could be, how fast it could be, how complex. So we're continuing that culture with that. Yes.
Where did you learn the dance?
Oh God, where did we learn it? We actually learned it here. There was a company, was still in existence, from Chuck Davis, and he was based in North Carolina, and his company performed Gumboot. That's the first time I saw it. Oh. And it was so amazing and so moving. It was something that I wanted to do. But back then, when I searched Gumboot, there was no Google, right? It came up Wrigley's Gum. You guys are probably too young to even know what Wrigley's Gum is. But that's what came up, right, on the internet. And I'm like, that's not going to work. So I started doing more research and looking for it. And even when we created the Taratibu Youth Association, myself and Naima Hilton, Taratibu is a percussive dance, right? And so I wanted to take it another step and add the gumboot. And so we started taking classes where we could find them, and then we just started doing our own choreography.
And you also took it to South Africa.
Oh, absolutely. In 2013, we were fortunate enough to travel to South Africa, and while there, we experienced Nelson Mandela's transition, right? And it was just amazing to see a country show so much love for someone. We had never seen that. I'd never seen it here, right? And we visited our sister organization, the Bokamoso Youth Center, and we worked with them, and we asked them, because we do a cultural exchange, what do you want us to teach you? And they said, Gumboot. And we said, oh. That's your culture. Why do you need us? And they said, we don't get the opportunity to learn it. Oh. Right? So we did. And since then, we've just been, when they come, because they come pretty much every year before COVID, we do a Gumboot exchange.
That's how dance is a universal language.
Yes.
So let's get into it.
We're ready? Yes. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, the calls are in Zulu. Wosa is the first call, and it means let's go. All right. And then I'm going to call out the numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is Kunye, Kubili, Kutatu, and Kune, which is interesting. I know I'm not supposed to talk so much, but the numbers in Swahili are very similar. Yes. Right? One is Moja, but
Billy, Tatu.
Yes, yes. So we thought that was very interesting because we've also been to Tanzania. Yeah. Okay, and we did a lot of stuff in Swahili. Okay. Okay.
We have a lot in common everywhere.
Yes, yes. So
all right.
The basic step is a front and back, right? Front with the right foot. So you're just going to go 1 front and back and. In each step, we're going to do 4 times, right? So this is 3, 4. Now, 1 hit. Kunye, hey. You got to say the hey. Kunye, hey. Yes. Kunye, hey. Kunye, hey. Now, 2. Kubili, hey, hey. Kubili, hey, hey. Yes. Kubili, hey, hey. Come on. Kubili, hey, hey. 3 times. Kutatu, hey, hey, hey. Kutatu, hey, hey, hey. Kutatu, hey, hey, hey. Kutatu, hey. Rock it out. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Oh, yes! That was great.
How did we do?
I did great. That's the question, right? I'm so proud of you guys. I mean, you learned it like that.
Anyone can dance.
That's right. That's right. And it's such a healing action.
Oh, yes.
You know?
The energy is pumping, the blood is pumping. I love it.
Yes.
And South African dance is a lot of footwork anyway, right?
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I was happy.
The best exercise.
Yes.
So now our viewers know where to go. Around DMV area, they know where to go. Taratibu Youth Association.
Absolutely.
And for us, this is the show for this week. And a very special thank you to our guest today, Mama Arla Little Victory.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you. She's a founder and director of Taratibu Youth Association. And of course, Diedre Dawkins-Opare, assistant professor in dance at Peabody Conservatory and executive director of dance is healing. It was an absolute pleasure. Be sure to watch our voices on the VOA website at voaafrica.com and YouTube channel, where you can catch up on the latest episodes and top news stories from around the globe. Now, on behalf of my co-hosts, editors, production team, and everywhere here at our Voice of America, thanks for tuning into our voices. And remember to keep dancing. Have a good day.
One more?
More.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. What's up? There we go. Yes. 2.